Psalm 119, verse 90. Ledor vador emunatecha konanta eretz vatamod. We begin here with lador vador. So dor here in both of these cases is a generation. And so what we get then is to a generation and a generation, quite literally. Sometimes you might see this as midor with the min preposition from a generation, and then you get something like ve'ad and unto a generation. So that would be from a generation and unto a generation. Here it's a little bit different with the lamed and the vav, but essentially what we get is from generation to generation as we think about the whole piece there. And then we have a verbless clause here, from generation to generation, and we would have to say is your faithfulness. And so if we want to flip that around into good English, we probably could say something like your faithfulness is from generation to generation. Next we get konanta, which this is a polel. You like that, don't you? The verbal root here is kun, or kof vav nun. So it's a middle vav here, which is a hollow verb. And very often in those hollow verbs, when they take on the nuance of a PL, they won't become a PL, they become a polel, and you get the reduplication of this final root letter. Now in this, you can see the ta here, so you're no perfect to ms. So it's a little bit tricky to get to that polel, but the idea here with kun is you to ms, you have established the earth. You have established the earth or the land. And then finally we get here the vav consecutive on the call imperfect 3fs of amad, meaning and it has stood, or and it stood. Notice the tav performative here for the 3fs. This is 3fs because the earth is the it here, and eretz is a feminine noun. You'd have to look that up to know that since it's a seglet, but it is. And notice also with this one guttural, we get kind of this interesting element here of the preformative vowel and the what normally is a silent schwa in our paradigm of tick-toll, but with that guttural it flips to a composite, and then the preformative vowel follows suit. So a couple of interesting morphological features there on the final verb.